Um, how I became homeless through drug addiction. I was using drugs for 12 years, basically not being responsible, not paying my bills, and putting drugs before my family. And when I got out of rehab, I transitioned into a single bedroom that I rented from somebody, and from there, my kids got taken. When I was homeless, the struggles of just being homeless itself, not knowing where I was going to be or where the kids were going to be, bouncing around from hotels if we got the money or just slept in our car. It was bad. You know, homeless just affects pretty much any family. Anybody's subjected to it. You know, you could lose a job, and it's just not just an average drug addict or a bad person. It's just anybody could become a victim of it, especially in this day and age.
I first became homeless in 2009. I had lost my job in like late 2008. I didn't know that the economy was crashing the way it was, and so there was a lot of struggle to find a job. Stuck it out for about 10 months and then just couldn't do it anymore. Landlord knocked on the door needing to pay rent, didn't have the rent money, and so ended up going to a Union Rescue Mission. And I remember that night just really crying and just being like, I don't want to be looked at as somebody who cannot do for myself, who cannot do for my children, because I know that everything that I have been through in my life before this point couldn't just culminate in this. So it was just one of those things where I know, like, on the other side of this, God will provide. So I had to take that step out. I don't know if I'd made so much a decision in my mind, but knowing that, okay, I have to do something for the kids. I can't do it by myself anymore. I have to go ask for help, so.
The breakdown came back in 2008. ICE came and knocked on our apartment door. I ended up having to leave, so he now at that point had to support 2 households, his own here and me and the kids in Mexico.
When we were divided, it was quite shattering, and I was working back-to-back jobs. I was doing anywhere between 20 to 25 hours if I could at one place, and about another 35 to 45 hours if I can at another place. Basically, there was about a month and a half, I think is what it was, where I couldn't get down there just because of work and scheduling.
So from that moment on, that was kind of when everything kind of started little by little tumbling down, and we tried to make it go better, but it wasn't happening. I blamed myself for months. You're sitting there and you're going, what went wrong? You were doing everything right. Stable job, stable room, house, your family's doing great. It's like, and all of a sudden you just hit bottom. I would have to explain them. I told him, home is where your mom and your dad and your sister are. That is home. You know, but you tell that to your child, but you yourself, you feel such a fail. But that changed. That changed when I stepped into Door Hope, because it opened a door for us to be able to
Get back
explore
what we had.
and get back to what we had.
When I first got accepted at Door of Hope, I just felt a great relief, like a huge burden, a huge weight off my shoulders. I knew then that I'd be able to get my kids back. I didn't know how soon, but I was moving in the right direction.
When I got here, I knew that it was a godsend. When I finally got here, I was like, okay, man, this is a relief from God.
It was really seeing the stability upon my kids again, and then seeing them happy, and then not having to every week get up, pack, and move it again.
The life skill classes and classes that we took at Door of Hope were very beneficial to my life. So when you think about like budgeting, things that can help you in the long run, I think the classes essentially taught you a better way, and I still use those practices now.
After school program at Door of Hope has provided me a place for my kids to go when I'm at work. There's plenty of staff here taking care of the kids, all their needs, a tutor, and especially with Regan being autistic.
Everybody on staff was super supportive in helping me frame my job in a way that I could be most effective going back out. And in the middle of it, really decided that housing was something that I was passionate about, and ended up going right back on Skid Row and helping the people that I was living amongst at the time get into some kind of housing. And it became something that I was like super passionate about.
Without Door of Hope, I would not be where I'm at today. I would not have a place to live. I would not have my boys living with me. I would have nothing.
It reaches places that a lot of other places don't reach, right? So you reach the heart, the soul, the mind, the pocketbook of a person, and you help transform them holistically, all around, from top to bottom.
And there's many other families, whether you're single dad or couples that are in this situation, that need the opportunity, a place where to start. They need the hand, they need the help, they need an arm to pick them up and let them know you can do it. Door of Hope, it opened that door for us.